Hello, welcome back my dear students of class 9th. Dear student, in the previous video you were continuing to learn about the second chapter and the chapter was tissue. My dear student, this chapter tissue has been completed in by the different parts that you have learned, like epithelial tissue, plant tissue, animal tissue, and in animal tissue, epithelial tissue, as well as the second, that is the muscular tissue. My dear student, today the topic is the connective tissue, and I am going to explain in front of you about the different types of the connective tissue which are found in the animal body. So dear student, let us see that what is the connective tissue. First of all, connective tissues are the tissue which connect, means they are the different groups of the cells, and they are able to connect the different parts of the body to each other by building frame, by transporting a substance from one place to another place, and to facilitate the different types of the biochemical reactions in the different parts of the body. Therefore, I am going to start from the beginning of the it means that you are going to learn the connective tissue right from the beginning, right from the foundation, right from the grassroots level. And first of all, you have to classify the connective tissue into two groups mainly, and these two groups are: number one, solid connective tissue, solid, and number two, liquid connective tissue. Liquid or fluid, you can say that these are the fluid connective tissue. Fluid connective tissue. So here we have discussed the full part of the connective tissue into these two groups, and first of all, let us see about how the solid connective tissue form the connection in between the different parts of the body. And as far as the solid connective tissues are concerned, in the human body or in the animal body, three types of the solid connective tissues are there. One is bone, another is cartilage, and next another is tendons, ligaments, cartilage, and bones. So in these four types of the connective tissue, main connective tissue is of two types, bone and cartilage. But another two, tendons and ligaments, are for the connecting the bones to the muscles and connecting the bones to bones. So they are the supporting connective tissue, you can say. So you can further classify it into the bones, then cartilage, then ligaments, and tendons. Tendons. My dear students, the bones are connective tissue that are made up of, that are consisted of the consisted of the group of the cells, and that cells are known as osteocytes. 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 When the osteocytes start producing their progeny, start dividing, and new osteocytes, when new osteocytes is formed, then that new osteocytes are called osteoblast. तो जो नई नई सेल्स बनती हैं उनको बोलते हैं osteoblast. And when they get matured, then they are called osteocytes. So bones are the groups of the osteocytes. And as far as the diagrammatic representation are concerned, these are the bone cells. Suppose these are the bone cells having a large nucleus, having a larger nucleus, and osteoblasts are also having the larger nucleus. But after maturation, after deposition of the certain inorganic substances like calcium, potassium, phosphorus, etc., they will be mature. And these cartilage, suppose these are the cartilage, so they are called chondrocytes. Chondrocytes are also they may be polygonal, they may be hexagonal, they may be round, they may be oval, and they may be multinucleate also. And newly born chondrocytes are called chondrioblasts, and they form the cartilage. The difference in between the bone and cartilage is that the heavier deposition of calcium and phosphorus inside the bones, while the less deposition of the calcium and phosphorus inside the cartilage. And cartilages are having the proteinous substance, fibrous substance, so that kind of the solid connective tissue, they are flexible. For example, take the example of your ear, take the example of your nose, that is flexible. You make them flexible. Nose, ear, these are the external structure. Inside the body, the cartilaginous rings that surround the respiratory tract, which facilitate the contraction and relaxation of the respiratory tract, so that animal can intake the oxygen and exhale the carbon dioxide. So these are some examples of the cartilage. And the cartilage are, you can say the cartilage are semi-bone. Okay, come to the ligament. Dear students, ligaments are the substance which facilitate the joints. These bones, different types of the bones. Take the example of the bones of the human: femur, radius ulna, tibiofibula. So these are different types of the bone which form the hand, leg, humerus, and these different bones, when they get facilitated to join together, then ligament will help to join them. Ligament are the substance which cement the bone to bone. So this will be the ligament which join two bones. Okay, so this is the material, this is the joining material, like cement, ligament. And next there is tendon. Tendon facilitates the joint of the bone to the muscles. It facilitates joint of bone and muscle. Why the joining of the bone and muscles are required? The joining of the bone and muscles are required due to the flexible movement of our hands, flexible movement of our leg, and only the muscles are able to contract and relax. If you want to do any work, if you want to do weightlifting, if you want to do run, then these muscles start contracting and relaxing, and by the help of these tendons, the bones will start moving. Okay? So these are the different types of the solid connective tissue: bone, cartilage, ligament, and tendons, which you have to study in your syllabus. And here we come to the fluid connective tissue. After solid, the certain fluids are present inside the animal body and especially human body. Take the example of human body, and that fluids are of two types. One is blood, and next is lymph. The human and different higher animals are having the closed vascular system, means their blood and these limbs and the circulation takes place inside the vessels. That is why it is called closed vascular system. While the lower animals like cockroach and some other arthropods, insects, they are having the open vascular system. They don't have the blood vessels. So their blood will be stored in their abdomen and everything will be performed in that part. Okay? So blood flows into the blood vascular system, pumping station, heart, blood vessels, arteries, veins, and the component of the bloods are RBC, WBC, and platelets. RBC are also known as erythrocytes. Erythrocytes. WBC known as lymphocytes. And platelets are called as thrombocytes. Now, what are the functions of these different types of the cells? They group together and they perform the different functions in the body. Red blood corpuscles are having the hemoglobin, and due to the presence of the hemoglobin, the color of the blood is red. They don't have the nucleus. Nucleus is absent in the erythrocytes, and these are the disc cells. When they get mature, they will survive for 125 days only. 125 days. They get manufactured in the bone marrow. Now see what is the bone marrow. My dear student, as I have told you about the bone, if this is the bone ending, अगर ये bone की ending है, हाथ की हड्डी या पैर की हड्डी, तो ending पे थोड़ा सा bone मोटी रहती है. And this swollen part of the bone is having the different types of the material inside it, which is called the bone marrow. In fact, bone marrow is the factory of producing the different types of the cells. So the erythrocytes, lymphocytes, they get produced into the bone marrow itself. And RBC perform the function of the transportation of oxygen and carbon dioxide during the respiration. And lymphocytes, different types of the lymphocytes are there: monocyte, basophils, neutrophils, eosinophils. Different types of the WBCs are there, and they produce during the different types of the infections. When you get any infection, then WBC start protecting you by producing different types of the cells on the basis of the what kind of the virus or bacteria is coming inside the body. monocytes, basophils, neutrophils, eosinophils, and so many phils are there. And they perform their function along with the coordination of the lymphocytes. Lymphocytes which are present in the lymph. Lymphocytes. We will come on the lymphocyte later on. And WBC, they are nucleate cells. They are having the nucleus. Different types of the shapes are there. They may be oval, they may be round, they may be elongated. And come to the next, that is the platelets, thrombocytes. Thrombocytes perform the function of the clotting of the blood during the any injury. So it secretes the thromboplastin, and this thromboplastin, this is a specific protein which helps in the clotting of the blood. And there is a disease which is called hemophilia, and that disease was found in the royal family of ब्रिटेन के महारानी के परिवार में ये बीमारी थी, and that is a genetic disease which was found. एक बार अगर किसी का ब्लड इंजरी हो गया, ब्लड निकलना शुरू हो गया, then blood will not clot at all. And these cells, these three cells contribute the 45% of the blood. Their contribution is 45% cells plus 55% water and other inorganic substances. Inorganic substances like calcium, sodium, potassium, magnesium, etc., which are flowing inside the blood and fulfilling the different needs of the different parts of the body. And these watery substances they may have the different antibodies also. Antibodies produced by the WBC. WBC produce antibody and lymphocyte produce antibody. So these 55% of the blood, which including the water also, is called blood plasma. Blood plasma. That's why, my dear student, you can say that blood is consisted of blood cells and blood plasma. Very simple. Blood cells contribute 45% and blood plasma contribute 55% of total volume, total percentage. Sorry. And now come to the next, that is the lymph. Here, my dear student, this WBC create the innate immune system in our body. It means when any infection comes inside the body, then these WBC start encountering them randomly. But these lymphocytes, they are of two types, T and B. T lymphocytes, they start encountering the foreign pathogens with the coordination of the WBC. But B lymphocytes, they start registering the different types of the memories of that particular pathogen, whether that is bacteria or virus, for the second time infection. It means the formation of antibodies takes place after the recognition of that particular bacteria or virus is done by these B lymphocytes. So lymphocytes form our acquired immune system. Second function of this lymph is to transport the transportation of फैट. फैट का ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ब्लड के जरिए नहीं होता है, फैट का ट्रांसपोर्टेशन लिम्फ के जरिए होता है, एंड लिम्फ फ्लोज इनटू द लिम्फेटिक वेसल्स. जैसे जैसे ब्लड वेसल्स फैली रहती है पूरे शरीर में, वैसे ही उसके पैरेलल लिम्फेटिक वेसल्स फैली रहती है. देन व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस इन बिटवीन द ब्लड एंड लिम्फ? ब्लड इज कलरफुल, लिम्फ इज कलरलेस. Blood is colorful because there are heme and protein, hemoglobin, but these lymph are containing only protein. And second is blood flow is very high, very speedy, while lymph flow is very slow. One circulation takes place 24 hours in our body. एक बार लिम्फ का सर्कुलेशन कंप्लीट होने में 24 घंटे लगते हैं, जबकि ब्लड जो है 180/20 के ब्लड प्रेशर से चलता है। So we have the all about the brief study of this connective tissue, and these are the different types of connective tissue which connect the different parts of the body. So my dear students, revise it, see it. Thank you. Good day.